Hi everybody and welcome to my last match this season. We're playing against drsteelhammer and the situation is as follows. We need half a point to be guaranteed not to demote, and if we win 5 games then we're tied with N.A. Smith and we'll have to play a tiebreaker match for first place against him. If we win more than 5, we're through directly. Both are of course hard, but let's see what this brings us. So, first board, and we get a black market board. There's also Jack, and Jack is pretty cool with black market if you can play the black market before the Jack. So, well, there's also Watchtower, which also does that. I think we're gonna open with a Jack of all trades and a black market. Hope they don't collide. We're also first player on this board. There's Citadel, which is also gonna be useful, I believe. There's Salt the Earth, so we'll have to keep that in mind. He goes for a gear, so no black market opening for him. Or maybe he goes gear black market. That could be another thing that you could do. But we're gonna do this. Hope they don't collide. Nice. And let's see what the black market turns up. If there's nothing that we're interested in, I think we're gonna buy an in. I think we're gonna take the upgrade, right? Well, I mean we have the Jack to get rid of estates, and getting rid of coppers with upgrade, not all that great. Could also be an in, but well, no. Let's get the upgrade. Let's get the upgrade. Still, at this point, it's pretty great to have, right? And on our next 5, we would like to get an in. So that we can play both of our terminals. So last card is an estate. We're gonna cycle here because hitting 4 or 3 makes no difference for us. So this could be a gear. Like we'll be having, well, terminal space will be a bit of an issue, but gear can save stuff, so it's alright. Okay, so it's gonna be a silver, I think. Gonna set aside the black market and a copper. Another silver, I guess. Really need a village now. We're gonna hit 8 here, so it could also be Citadel outpost. Let's see if he goes for it. It's of course pretty nice to pick it up from the black market, but he goes for the junk dealer, which also makes sense. Better trashing now. Well, Rats is also a good card from the black market. It's also pretty good. We really need actions though, right? Citadel could give us actions on like an upgrade play. Would be really nice to have 9 here, but we don't. Well, I think let's go for the reds. Buy a silver. Just pretty nice to get reds from the black market. I mean, we can also turn the jack into an in here. And we really wanna also stop buying silvers now. Don't need that many. Problem is there's not a lot else we can get sub 5. Yeah, let's turn the jack into an in. Could really use that. Shuffle it in. And here, this will be Citadel. Okay, nice. Here we can double reds. Trash twice. And we can also maybe regain the jack by upgrading a silver. Because if we do manage to play the black market first, it's pretty nice for draw. But we could also just use a watchtower. Watchtower for that, and that also doesn't gain us silvers, so I think our goal should be to somehow get a watchtower. Also seeing that he gets a mounted bank from the black market. Can even top deck it. So let's keep the estate maybe. So maybe we can upgrade it into a watchtower. Don't want any of these. Could be just another in. Can shuffle in some stuff. All of these. It's gonna hit us with mounted bank now. But we do have pretty nice trashing between upgrade and reds. So we should be able to cope with that. Let's see if we can draw the estate. We don't. So maybe let's upgrade this into a jack. Play the gear first. Alright, what's down there? There's reds, and the rest is junk. So, don't think we want to play this in necessarily. We can lead with the reds next turn. For Citadel reds. Oh, King's Court. That's a pretty good pick. That's pretty good, yeah. Coin of the Realm is nice. Haunted Wood's also nice. Because, well, he didn't get it, but attacks the black market. The mid-turn gaining, that is. Do we still want to keep this estate? Why not? What do we get for 5? Is there anything useful in the trash? Not really. There's Jack and Silver, so the rogue doesn't seem great. Another inn. We could use it with all the draw to X. We don't have a lot of... Do we want to shuffle it in? There's 2 inns already. Well, there's also a Jack which can draw, so let's shuffle it in. Here he's gonna mount a bankers, right? Well, we are gonna discard, I think. Oh, does he have his coin down? No. So no mount a bank. No, that's good. Trash this. Trash this. Let's pay the inn now. There's 2 more inns down there, right? Got 3, so, and there's also the King's Court down there. So maybe we are gonna draw here, and then we can king the gear to draw everything up. And here we draw with the Jack. Keep that. Don't trash. King the gear. We don't want to set anything aside, so we get the gear again next turn. Let's discard the inn, so we can maybe put it on top. We'd also really like a buy now of the estate. These don't give a buy, but we can buy like a magpie or a poacher, because we have too much money. Really want to buy now. Well, we can next turn, maybe we can king the black market. So let's get the magpie, I think. Could also be poacher, but no. Let's go with the magpie. So there's an inn on top. I think we are gonna leave that there. And here, maybe just a watchtower. Need some draw. So we could citadel the King's Court. Play the gear first. I think that's alright. Oh, there's goons. That's a nice pick for him. Gives a buy, and also the BP you get. I think let's citadel the King's Court and play the gear first. Don't set anything aside. Now the upgrade. Can trash this into... Let's get a black market here. We want more... peaks into it. Do we want that jack? Well, we kind of do, I think, to draw everything. So let's kill the copper. Oh, we still have to kill something. I think we don't need that rats anymore. Well, he did just mount the bankers, right? So maybe we keep it. Silver into a jack. Jack into something. Well, we can also with the jack kill a curse. Let's trash the rats into an inn. We can top deck it. That's fine. I don't know why this is showing now. It's the inn. It's our discard. We don't need to see that, so let's reload the page. Hope it goes away. Yeah, it's so there's more treasure down there, is there? I don't think so. Let's play the inn now. Alright, is there? I think there should be like a silver down there or something. Let's play the magpie now. Oh, another inn. Okay, so we can first now play the black market. Pawn, that's nice, that gives us a buy. So let's get that. Can also, do we want to top deck it? Why not? Play the second black market. Scholar is kind of nice. I mean, we do have lots of draw, but we also have lots of money to spend right now. So let's just get one. Do we need to top deck it? No. We draw with the watchtower. So here I think action buy. No, actually not. We can do that better. We can do coin buy if we first play the inns. We've got lots of inns now. Coin buy. Okay. And here could just be gear and an inn. I mean, we have lots of inns, but so maybe we can save some stuff for our future turns and to not that. So let's do that, and we can shuffle it in so we have a nice start. Did have his coin down, otherwise this turn would have been pretty sad for him. Oh, it sure looks like we're pretty far ahead, right? Comparing our turn to his turn. He does have the goons, but that's not enough to make up for that, I think. So what are we gonna double here? The magpie maybe. It could be the inn, so we have enough actions. Let's double the inn. Sure, let's discard like this. There's a pawn. So here we wanna play this in first, discard the treasures. I think we can now play the jack. This can be coin buy. Discard this. No trash here. Okay, so we don't want to set aside here. I think we want to king the black market here and then play scholar afterward. We can try to draw up some more treasure. Oh, that's a copper at least. So let's king the black market. Farmer's market we don't really want. It's just a naked buy. I think we can do better. Remake, do we need it? Not really at this point. Fishing village is alright. And we draw with the scholar. Okay, we do want to set, well, actually we don't want to set aside here. Could set silvers aside. That's not really helpful to the start of our next turn. Or maybe it is. There's a black market down here. So this is gonna be another jack. Do we want, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's top deck it. Margrave. Margrave is nice. Top deck that guy. So what do we buy here? I think this could be a province now. Well, could also be like a villain in. Let's do that. If we play this jack, then we don't play the Margrave, but maybe that actually helps him. Because he's also playing draw to X. Villain and in, and we don't want to shuffle we don't want the villain on top, just the in. That's 4 ins. Well, we do have stuff to discard. Oh, he's got a goon, so that's a bit inconvenient for these ins. Gets another black market. Of course, there's still the outpost in there, which would be a nice pick. Okay, let's discard like this. Oh, right, we doubled the in. Let's discard. Oh, he did resign. That's a fair resign. We were like really, really far ahead. Okay, we win the first one, so we are guaranteed to stay in B next season. That's nice. Guaranteed to not demote. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, so here there's Peasant. Oh, there's lots of nice stuff. Lots of nice stuff. Chapel, Peasant. Not clear. What's the best open here? Well, probably it's Chapel Peasant, right? But guess you could argue for alternative stuff. Like on 3-4 you could do, as player 2 you could maybe do Chapel Flag Bearer, but we've got to split the other way around, so we don't want to do that. So just Chapel Peasant, I guess. Could also think about Hermit. Oh, he does go for the Hermit and not the Peasant. That's interesting. I think we're gonna go for the Peasant. Oh, he's probably got a collision here. Well, either that or at least one of them misses. Let's see how many he trashes. Ah, the Hermit missed. That's still alright. Here, I think coin and another Peasant. This can be Capitalism, so we can play all this stuff. That's actually a pretty nice spot to buy Capitalism here. He's got a Madman in his deck. Oh, should have played the Chapel first, because we can play these as treasures. Okay, so what do we do here? Could be just more Peasants. Right? What else do we have? We still have 5 coppers, and we do want to get rid of these. Do we want like a Devil's Workshop? No. Could be a Flag Bearer. Could be like a Flag Bearer, and then we go into a Workshop, and then we get Peasants. So like more Peasants is nice, but we still want to get rid of all these coppers. So I think let's go for the Flag Bearer here. It's also something we can play in our buy phase. Okay, discard a copper. Here we can get another Peasant. Goes for a Bazaar. Chapel first. We don't need that coin. Another Peasant, Fugitive. This is looking pretty nice. Well, at least so far. I like how this is going for us. He takes the flag. We'll get 2 disciples now. And what do we want to disciple actually? What can we buy here? We could, like, if we discard Chapel and don't trash, we can buy something for 5, which could be a Bazaar. Maybe we can keep the Peasant a turn, so we can also disciple it. We could discard Peasant, trash 2 coppers, play the Flag Bearer. Can just buy another Peasant. How many cards will we have in our deck then? We can trash the Flag Bearer to get back the flag. Trash copper Flag Bearer. No, trash just the Flag Bearer. Play Peasant. We don't really. So we do need some draw now. And Bazaar would be nice in that regard. We can like we discard Peasant, Chapel 2 coppers, play the Flag Bearer. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in our deck. And then we can just disciple Peasant and Flag Bearer. Okay, let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3. Discard this. Chapel these 2. Now we've got 5 cards. Don't need to play this guy. Right, we'll draw everything up and then we can disciple, Peasant, Flag Bearer. I think I like that. We'll also get back the flag this way. He will also have two disciples now. Don't want to call the coin. Now we buy a Rabble, I think. We want some draw, and we have this coin that we can use. So end actions, buy the Rabble, and we keep the disciples. There's the Rabble, nice. And I think we're gonna disciple it as well. Now we would like to get a Bazaar, I think. What do we discard? Chapel. So we're gonna start out by discipling the Rabble. I'm gonna call the coin. So do we disciple the soldier or the peasant? Discipling soldier will give us more money. Discipling peasant will give us a new peasant. How much money will we have? 4, 5, 6, and 9 if we disciple peasant. If we disciple soldier, we'll have like 10 and 2 buys. It could be 2 bazaars, but we would also like we can disciple peasant, soldier, treasure flag bearer to gain back the flag. Would like to get like a workshop now, I think. We can also just keep the peasant, right? So let's disciple soldier. Buy 2 bazaars. Because we want actions next turn. We want to be able to play these rebels. If we trash the flag bearer now, well, we want 2 bazaars. We want 2. Could also be bazaar apprentice maybe. I think I like that. Could apprentice chapel, flag bearer, and stuff for draw. And still keep these, and also keep the peasant for the buy. So I think here we're gonna disciple the fugitive, just to make sure we can draw through. Don't know if we ever want a teacher here. We've got pretty much all we need. What did we flip? Flag bearer, disciple, peasant. So if bazaar and apprentice bottom deck, then we're in trouble. Well, he's gonna play. No, he only has 1 Rabble. He's not gonna play another Rabble. I think we should play it safe and disciple the fugitive. Oh shoot. He got to this, well, he got to the 3rd disciple before us. So I guess we're gonna exchange one of these for a teacher. Discard this and this. Okay, here we're gonna apprentice the chapel, I think. Flag bearer gives us the flag, but it's also money. we want to disciple the Peasant or the Bazaar. I think we can actually disciple the Peasant here, now that we have coin down again. You can also draw it and use it. Okay, could be Bazaar Workshop. I think I like that. So let's do it. And now we can exchange one of the disciples so that we can exchange the fugitive into a disciple. We can also exchange the peasants into soldiers, because now we have a workshop for extra gains. That's a nice starting hand. So he's got 3 disciples to our 2. That's pretty nice. We do have a teacher. Maybe we can make use of that. I mean, we can just mass rebels now and then play soldiers afterwards, and that gives a lot of coins. And we can put like the action token on Rabble. He also goes for more rebels and gets Capitalism now. It makes sense with all these cards that can be played later. Yeah, he also wants to do the soldier thing. So he's got 3 soldiers now. So he's blocking us off from getting more. So how are we gonna start out? I think with a lead on Bazaar and then disciple the Rabble. Maybe we workshop now. For some peasants. Let's take back the flag. So I think we want to get, what do we workshop for here? Maybe another coin. Then maybe we won't have to put action on Rabble. Putting buy somewhere could also be useful for the pile control. Well, maybe do we actually wanna 2 more coins? If we call the coin of the realm, we'll have 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 10, 14. Could be 16. Maybe let's call the coin. we can all play now. And now we just buy out the rebels. Then we put action on them. Then we can like triple with these soldiers. I think that's alright. And we keep everything now. Peasants and the soldiers. Well, yeah, I mean, the only thing we could do is exchange soldiers into fugitives, but that doesn't make any sense. If we buy out the rebels, can he finish? Well, maybe he can. Discipling lots of workshops. Maybe go province and 2 rebels. Yeah. Okay, keep everything. Okay, that's nice. Nice starting hand. Well, gaining the coin last turn wasn't it wasn't consistent decision with what we're doing now, because we're gonna be putting action on Rabble, so we won't need that coin, but well, that's that. Well, maybe we're gonna need it for workshops and stuff, so it's still fine. Well, we have a province on top now. That's what Rabble does. Maybe we can finish on our turn. Let's see how this goes. Like disciple on workshop, gain more workshops. Oh, it sure looks like he is going for a finish. Maybe he thinks he needs to finish now. Can he? That's 4 rebels. Does he have... Is that all he has? Or does he have 5? We'll see. Well, he takes the flag here, so don't think he's going through with the pile out. If he goes for flag here, don't think he has one. I was probably just gonna green now. Discard the workshop. Discard the peasant. He can just quad. Is that what he's gonna do? But then we'll probably triple, so it's not easy. But well, what else is he gonna do? Or maybe just 3 provinces, because we probably can't quad. I think he needs to get 1 more, because this we can probably beat by piling. We'll see. Okay, duchy on top. The 3 soldiers are pretty strong, money making wise. Yeah, I think we should be able to pile and get double province if we disciple the workshops. Don't know if we actually have enough draw. He's going for... Oh yeah, that makes sense. So he doesn't dot. Okay, so action on Rabble. We need to do that. Play Rabble. Play Rabble. Play Rabble. He did play 4 Rabbles, right? Let's play one of these bazaars first. So what's the pile out? That also makes it harder for us to pile the peasants. Maybe we can pile on peasants and estates. 8 estates, that's gonna be 14. Then we need a duchy on top. That's a lot of buys. Do want to... Can also disciple peasants. That will give us a lot of buys, right? But money will be a problem. Let's play this Rabble now. We don't want to disciple it. Okay, we do also have the apprentice for draw. Let's play this bazaar first. There's another Rabble. Okay, so how would the pile-out look? Disciple, workshop. That's gonna gain us like 4 cards, which could all be like peasants, and that's more workshops. Yeah, that should be it, right? Should be possible. Well, let's start out like this. We'll also need to buy 2 provinces, but it will be enough money. I would think. Anyway, we need to go for it, otherwise he just has it. He can buy 5 provinces, no problem. So we need to try. Workshop. I think we're gonna gain peasants with the workshops. And now we need to keep track of our actions. So with this coin we can play 4 more workshops. We already gained 1, we're gonna gain another one, and we want 2 more. Then we can play them all. Okay, now we're gonna play the Rabble. We do have only 5 Rebels, okay? So now we need to apprentice the flag bearer. Okay, there's 4 workshops. 4 workshop, peasant. And then will we have enough money for peasant plus double province? We need 20, right? we can also draw if we don't make it. That's 5, 6. The first soldier will be 6, which is 12. The second soldier will be 7, so 19. So we can only tie. Oh, okay, we gotta go for it. Oh no, I miscounted, so we have it. Nice. That's a pleasant surprise. Peasant and provinces. And now we need to keep everything. We don't want peasants to return. That would be a disaster. Nice. Okay, we got there. Gonna be starting the next one again. Oh, this is also looking like quite something. Well, there's no trashing apart from Flame's Gift, but you can draw. Herbalist is the buy. It's not the greatest buy, but we'll have to make do with that. I think we're gonna start out Scavenger Silver, and then we wanna Pathfind stuff. Could be Pathfinding on Blessed Villages. We also want to buy a Herbalist soon, but we don't want to open it. Like next time we hit 3. Here. Yeah, let's get it now. We're gonna need it. So that's almost Pathfinding already, but that's a nice boon. Well, that was Festival has a buy, so that Herbalist was, well, it can be still useful, but pretty crappy, all in all. So what's this gonna be? Well, it could be Festival. Then maybe all these buys will amount to lots of Peddlers, and then we can Pathfind the Peddlers. Maybe the Herbalist is alright, instead of another silver. Why not? So let's go Festival. Got a Rabble now. This will be Blessed Village. Oh, nice. Don't want a top deck. There is Festival down there. But I think we're gonna keep it. Put the Herbalist on top, so we don't shuffle. So we get a Festival back into our shuffle. There's Festival, 2 coppers in an estate. We can buy a Rabble. On our next turn, on this one also. Let's buy a Rabble. Oh, silver. One of the things was silver. Another Rabble or a Festival. Oh, another Rabble. We have Blessed Village. We wanna draw. Don't top deck anything. That's nice, pairing our village with the Rabble. That's not so nice, but well, the copper cycling is also helpful, so all in all it's okay. And this is really nice because now we can buy Peddlers and maybe another festival, or maybe just 3 Peddlers. Well, 1 more festival is alright, and 2 Peddlers, and we wanna pathfind the Peddlers later. Here, what's on top? There is not a village on top, right? Just 2 junk cards, so let's discard. Oh, there was a wisp. Oh, okay. Top deck the blast village and buy a Rabble. This is an excellent starting hand. Do flip a festival. Oh, we do flip both festivals. That's a bit sad. But maybe we can pathfind now. He pathfinds the blast villagers, which makes sense because he does have 3 of them. Here, I'm gonna play the herbalist. What's down there? What did we flip? Copper Festival, State Festival, Peddler. Maybe we can just Rabble. We'd need to draw the silver, which is not guaranteed at all. There's also, I think, another Rabble down there. We have 3, right? And do we have 3 festivals? Is there a village down there? No, he has a festival. So maybe playing this is good because it will. Otherwise, our next turn will just not be good. Another festival. At some point we do need to pathfind these Peddlers. Do need to actually pathfind them. Do we discard here? Sure. That's that hurts, that flip. Yeah, we really need to hit pathfinding soon now. So we discard, put this blessed village on top. Another Rabble. We do have quite a lot of villagers, right? 3 festivals, blessed village, 3 Rabbles. Actually, let's gain a blessed village here for the boon. Oh, nice. We really need to hit pathfinding now. Otherwise, he's gonna run away. Here we can buy some more Peddlers. Just 2 of them. And hope this next hand is gonna be good. Okay. That's okay to start. Let's hope he doesn't top deck an estate. Maybe his turn is finished here, but maybe he's top decking just something that he wants to draw. It is finished, that's good. Okay, so we want to get the rest of the Peddlers now and Pathfind. Well, that's good enough. 2 Peddlers and Pathfinding on Peddlers. Actually, how many do we have for festival? Well, let's Pathfind the Peddlers. Do have 4 festivals. Don't bother looking for that. Let's Pathfind the Peddlers. Should be good. Yeah, he was thinking he should have a Blessed Village because he used the Scavenger last turn to top deck. These Rabble flips really hurt. Flipping so much good stuff. Is he gonna just double here? That's a nice boon. We do have more buys than he has, which is something. What did he flip? Peddlers. Just Peddlers. And a Rabble. So the question is, do we want to top deck something with Scavenger here? Discard and top deck something? I think we do. So let's play the Blessed Village first. Top deck a Peddler. We can see we've got 3 Rebels, 3 Festivals, okay. And we've got 6 Peddlers so far, that's good. Nice, the Wisp hits. Peddler, 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 Peddler. Okay. Where are the Rebels? Please show yourself. There you are. Okay, this is a nice turn. Get to draw a deck. Also play this Rabble to make him top deck stuff. Okay, nice. We can triple, and I think we will. Just triple Province and a Peddler. And now we'll have to, don't want to top deck. We'll have to hope he doesn't top deck all these green cards that we got. Oh, that's not looking great. Oh, he does stop here. Okay. So we'll have to hope we can draw again, then we win. This player needs to draw a village. Oh, nice. Oh, that's it. With this turn. So down there's like 2 Rebels, a Festival, a Blessed Village, and like a Peddler. No, Oh, like 3 Peddlers. If we go province duchy here, he would need double province and a duchy to beat that. Can he do that? Don't think he has enough money, does he? Like when he doubled, well, he didn't even double, but he had like exactly 16. And he didn't buy anything to increase his economy, did he? Or like 1 peddler maybe? What would be the alternatives? The alternative would be like buying blessed villages and a rabble. But then maybe he can finish on province and 2 rabbles. Well, not sure if he has 16 or a bit more, but he for sure can't do double province and a duchy, I think. Let's just go province duchy. Don't top deck. This is kind of alright. Okay, let's see if his turn ends here. Maybe he wants to draw first. Yeah. Okay, there shouldn't be much more green down here. Maybe 1 more province. There it goes. Oh, we should hit a rebel now, right? Okay, there's 1. There was more green down there, but this is a good start to the turn. Okay, he resigns. Yeah, I did already. Okay, nice. Up 3-0. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. He will be starting the next game. And what's this? The Cathedral board. Yeah, this is definitely Cathedral open right into as Watchtower to draw, which is also nice with Cathedral, and you've got wine merchants and haunted woods and all this nice stuff. So we open Cathedral, and what do we do on this? We just Watchtower. He goes for a Talisman. That's interesting. Don't think we want that. Just get a watchtower. Like, what do you want to Talisman? Workers' villages, but you can also Talisman silvers to increase your payload. Yeah, that's what he does. Do we want City Gate? Could be useful this next hand. Oh. Could also just be a silver. Let's go with the silver. Top we draw. I think we're guaranteed to hit 5, right? Yeah. So Haunted Woods or Wine Merchant. Let's go with the Wine Merchant. Gets one as well. Well, we want a workers' village, don't we? Could also be a royal carriage. Royal carriage on Wine Merchant. It's also nice. Let's go with the royal carriage. Might be a bit greedy, but well, here we can buy the workers' village here. Our next hand will suck though if we play the Wine Merchant, so we play the Watchtower. And now we buy a workers' village. We also want Haunted Woods some point. Maybe we don't. Let's call the carriage. Okay. Would really like a village in this next hand. Maybe a second workers' village. And could even be like a duchess. It's gonna increase our payload a bit. Yeah, nice, we get the village. Now I think a Haunted Woods will be good. Just to make the start of our turn a bit easier. I don't know. Maybe that's too conservative of a build. This is nice. Get to draw everything. Play the Duchess. And call carriage on the Wine Merchant. Oh, it doesn't even work. That's doesn't even work. Yeah, I was wondering whether that works, but I thought it would. Of course, Wine Merchant goes to Tavern Mat and only comes back at the end of a turn, not like other reserves. Like if you would call it from the mat to get the effect, then would work with the carriage, but like this it doesn't. Okay, so I think Haunted Woods now. Haunted Woods, Workers' Village, Duchess. Maybe not another Duchess because we won't be able to play it, so let's go with a Vagrant for now. Which are we gonna trash, it or the silver? Well, let's trash the silver. Trashing the Vagrant instead is too greedy, I think. We wanna draw our deck here. So here we will hit 12, I believe, and that can be Haunted Woods Royal Carriage. He also has these Royal Carriages sitting on his mat, so maybe he also thought it was possible to call a carriage on the Wine Merchant. What's on top? A copper. That's not great. So we'll have to call carriage on this Workers' Village. Could also call it on the Vagrant. That doesn't make a difference. There's the Watchtower. That's what we needed. Now we can draw up. We'll be a bit short on money this turn. Okay, so Haunted Woods Duchess. So maybe we won't have, well, we'll probably have to play the Watchtower still to draw. We want to keep that. At this time we can call the carriage on the Duchess to have more money. Well, you can also just buy Wine Merchants now, right? I mean, we'll need actions to play them. And Royal Carriage is like, if you call it on Duchess, doesn't cost an action. You can also just buy golds. We draw the Wine Merchant, okay. There's Duchess and Vagrant on top right. So let's play this Duchess. Oh, this doesn't matter. Well, we've got 3 actions left, so we can't even play this Duchess. So we're not gonna draw with the Watchtower, makes no sense. Okay. So what's the best way to increase our payload now? We could get a talisman of our own. Buy. With the talisman we could buy workers' villages and duchesses. But the workers' villages are almost gone at this point, so it's a bit late for the talisman. Can still buy silvers with it later. Okay, let's do it. We can also top deck a copper to trash to Cathedral. I don't know if we should. I don't think we should, because we have the Vagrant and we can trash that instead. And workers' village here. That was a bit underwhelming this turn, so I don't know if we're increasing the payload of our deck in the best possible way. Doesn't feel like it. I do like having the Haunted Woods. Probably the workers' villages will be gone by the point that we want to use our talisman on them. Because he'll just buy them now, yeah. Oh, maybe not. There'll be some left at least. But this is looking like his build is turning out better. Trash this. Let's see what's on top. Keep that. Don't want to play the second Duchess now, because we would like to carriage it. Oh, the carriage is on top. It's alright, we can still play everything like this. Call the carriage. Okay, we've got 12 now. Yeah, the talisman was late. Not a good buy. Could have just been a workers' village. Well, I guess we can do talisman for silvers, royal carriage, vagrants. Put a vagrant on top, or put both vagrants on top, and then we also have cathedral fodder. Oh, we can't actually top deck them because we have played our watchtower, but that's alright. There's a vagrant. Yeah, the talisman was just too late. Should have just been a workers' village, I think. I mean, buying silvers with it is still kind of okay. Vagrants. Don't know. Oh, let's discard this. It's a stock card. He doesn't get to play all of his stuff. That's good for us. Gets the last workers' village. We only have 4, but I think it's alright because we have carriages. So we don't need that many actions. Let's first draw. Let's treasure Vagrant. I think we do want to keep the Talisman. It gives us some pile control. Play this first. Don't want to play the Duchess yet, I think. Okay, now we want to play it and discard the silver. Do we want to carriage it? I think it's alright to carriage it here. If there's another stop card, we can discard it. Yeah, let's discard the Wine Merchant. We want to get around to our watchtower. There it is. I think we're just gonna carriage the Haunted Woods now, so we have an easier time drawing next turn. Well, that turned out okay. It's 16. I think we want another carriage. Two more carriages maybe. We have more draw next turn. So one more carriage. Now we can spend 9. Could be silver. Silvers, watchtowers, guides. I think that's okay. Silvers, watchtowers, guides. How much is it to empty these? Well, 15 costs 15 to empty these. So maybe we're already threatening ending. Maybe we just gave him a pile out. Huh. Could well be. Let's discard this. Did not think about that. Ooh, he doesn't have his talisman. Ooh, that was close. Could have just emptied these. Well, you also need 5 buys. He does have enough buys. I don't know if we can make enough buys. We would need to carriage like a workers' village or something. Can also just empty watchtowers and duchesses, and that's even cheaper. So that was too reckless, that play. Much too reckless. We could have just easily won here if he'd drawn his talisman. Was a mistake. But we are gonna try to win now. And I think here we trash a watchtower. We're not gonna play all 3 of them. Put the carriage down. Let's see what's on top. Silver, okay. Workers' village, workers' village, workers' village. Right, how much is it to finish these watchtowers? That's 6 and 2 buys. The duchesses, that's 6 and 3 buys, so 12, 5 buys, and then we need an estate on top, so we need 14. We can make that much money, right? 14 and 6 buys. And to have 6, we have 6 buys. Right? 2 buys, 3 buys, 6 buys. So it should be doable. We don't even need to carriage one of these villages. Play the wine merchant, play the haunted woods, royal carriage. Oh shoot, it doesn't draw. Did not think about that. So do we carriage this watchtower? That was just a massive throw. That was just massive throw. Stupid. Should have carriaged the workers' village. Well, we can draw. Do we want to? Do we want to draw this game? Didn't even call the carriage on the haunted woods now. Yeah, that was just ugly play all around. Should have stopped and thought more there. Too sure of victory. That's what happens when you don't think anymore. So draw. I mean, a draw, like, it makes sense in that if we win 2 more and we draw this one, then we are directly through. We promote directly, but if we don't draw here, oh man, that was so stupid. Real bad play. What do we have on our tavern mat stuff? Guides, wine merchant, royal carriage. Can we afford to just take a province there? He does have 1 haunted woodstone. So if we just take a province here, can he finish? It would then, well, that would then take him 20. Don't think he can make 20. Can he? He bought more stuff, but I don't know if he can draw everything. Oh man, it's so bad. If we buy province, just a province city gate, Why not? Don't like taking the draw here. That was just absolute disaster. Just played that watchtower assuming, yeah, well, it's gonna draw, but we had a 6-card hand, so it didn't do anything. Then the royal carriage on the second watchtower was also wasted, because I didn't thought that was gonna draw, but we had again a 6-card hand. Quality play. Can he finish? No. Now maybe we get another chance to finish now. Question is, do we call guide now? Do we like the starting hand? That's alright, we've got a watchtower, we've got a duchess. But maybe we can do better. Let's keep it. Okay, so let's first draw with this Haunted Woods. City Gate now. What do we trash? A silver, I would believe, because we want to draw through. Okay. So, I'm gonna play this Vagrant now. What's on top? Silver. That was the wrong order again. Because we should have had the info if we wanna carriage this workers' village before. Now we have to carriage a Vagrant. Just bad play. There's a watchtower on top. So maybe we leave it there. We're having trouble drawing now, so I don't think we're gonna get another chance at the pile out like this. I think we just wanna carriage the Haunted Woods now. So we stop here. You can keep the watchtower. We're gonna have to top deck this watchtower, but it's alright. Carriage the Haunted Woods. Just a single province. And nothing else. Or maybe he can pile now. We'll see. I should have taken the time maybe, but no, I don't know. We take it or not, we still have to win 2 more games. We could have also tied one of the remaining 2 if we take the tie. But ties don't happen very often. Still feel like we're in an okay spot. but really just botched it. Like, we also didn't call the carriage on the Haunted Woods there. So, all in all, just bad. Real bad. Oh, let's discard this non-drawing stuff. I think we wanna guide this hand because there's a province in there. We can keep that to Cathedral it. He does not. Seems like he also does not have the greatest of turns. Doesn't even get a Haunted Woods down. That's really good for us. So maybe we can still win this. Would be nice if we could like double province here, but it's not too easy. We don't have to discard our wine merchant at this point. Oh. So we're gonna guide this hand. Do we wanna keep this? That's alright, I think. 2 workers' villages, we wanna play these, so let's draw with the Haunted Woods. Citygate. Now Cathedral with copper. And let's see what we can do with this turn. Let's play the Vagrants first. There's the Duchess, okay. We wanna play this now, so we can maybe discard stuff off the top of our deck. We would really like to find our Haunted Woods. Right? We keep that. I think we keep the carriages, so we can maybe draw through with the workers' villages. We need to get the Haunted Woods down. There it is, okay. We just wanna call 2 carriages on that, buy a single province. And then we can threaten double if he goes single. That sounds okay. Or maybe he doesn't have a Haunted Woods down. Don't think he can empty. How much is it to empty? It's 610, and then he'd need an estate 12. Maybe he can do that. What could we draw if we... Or can we do better than single province? What's down there? Duchess, wine merchant, another province, Duchess, wine merchant, province, watchtower, and maybe a silver. So it's not even that great. No, we just double carriage the Haunted Woods, I think. Oh, we can't even draw with the watchtower now, right? 1 card. Oh, that's a province. Okay, that's nice that we drew that off the top of our deck. Okay. Have to hope he doesn't have a finish here, but it's hard, I think, without the Haunted Woods down. But maybe he can, by drawing with watchtowers and stuff. Maybe he can find a finish. It's not out of the question. It's also not easy for us to double, right? We can barely get there if we draw all silvers and the 2 duchesses. We can barely get to 16. So he needs 12 and a Talisman to finish. Gets his Haunted Woods down. Ooh. If he's got the Talisman, he's got it here. Oh, but he doesn't have it, fortunately. Okay, we don't want to guide this hand because it's good. So we draw. City gate. How much would it be for us to pile? 10. Well, for him it was 12. For us it's 20, and we can't do that, right? Because we need province estate. So there's no way we can pile. What do we trash here? Maybe the Talisman. Oh, we don't want to call guide now. That would be a disaster. Yeah, maybe the Talisman. Do we still need it? Giving up some pile threat, but we don't really have it anyway. Could also be watchtower, to be honest, because it's because we're not really drawing with them anymore. Just goodbye, watchtower. Okay. Just the royal carriage. Okay, we have all of our money now. 6, 10, 16, 17. But we certainly wanna guide the. We certainly want to carriage the Haunted Woods now, I think. So what do we buy? 2 duchies. And we also want to call guide on the next hand because we're gonna be top decking a lot of bad stuff. We can play Duchess, Haunted Woods, Wine Merchant. Then we'll have 12. Can be 2 duchies, discard Wine Merchant. Would really like 3 duchies though, I think. For that we would have to... maybe we just play a singular Haunted Woods. Because now with the doubled Haunted Woods, I think he can just pile if we only go 2 duchies. We can buy 3 duchies by 8, that's 8, 14, 15. We can buy 3 duchies. So let's do it. Keep that. Keep that. We play the Wine Merchant, Haunted Woods, Silver's Talisman, and then we have 5 cards that we top deck and we can guide away next turn. Five duchies. Actually, that probably opens up some other thing for him, right? So let's go province duchy. It's all kind of bad. If we go 5 duchies, he can just go duchy. Well, you can even... that's another thing I didn't think about. You can even empty the duchesses by piling duchies. And that's rough. That's pretty rough. So just a single duchy also doesn't help us, because then he just goes triple duchy. So we can only really buy province. Wait a minute, do we have like 2 watchtowers? That's 6. A duchess, that's 8. For 18, we don't have 18. It all doesn't work out. So just province. And maybe another Wine Merchant. Then it's gonna be the hardest for him to finish, I believe. All doesn't work out. He's probably got a finish now, right? Maybe he needed to top deck stuff last turn. Don't think he did. Like if you buy a single duchy, then he just goes triple duchy and empties duchies and duchesses. So that wasn't gonna help us. So he's got multiple ways now. He can double province. He can buy watchtowers. He can empty watchtowers, duchesses, and buy an estate. So we'll just... oh, there's the Talisman. I think he should have it now. Keep this guy. For sure he has it now. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so he takes this one. I think I played that really kind of bad from mid to end game. Basically from the botched turn where I thought we had a finish but we didn't. And I played like 2 watchtowers for nothing and didn't carriage the Haunted Woods. The downfall began. Ooh, so this is Kingscourt Bridge, basically. Really good to be first player on this board, I guess. So Cathedral opening into Bridge. Then you buy experiments, King's Courts, and the first to hit King Triple Bridge just wins. That's the story of this board, pretty much. And it's really, really good to be first player here. So hope to not watch this one also. I mean, there probably wasn't a finish when I thought there was last game, but should have just played accordingly and carriaged the Haunted Woods. And also should have noticed the Duchy-Duchess interaction sooner, and then maybe we could have played differently the last turns, but well, it's over now. So what's this gonna be? I think Throne Room maybe. Next hand is gonna have Bridge, 2 coppers, and 2 estates. And we would like to buy Experiment there. Play Bridge, then we can just buy 1 set of experiments. You really only need to, well, Throne King's Court is not enough. Well, maybe it can help you. But we'd really like to get our first King's Court next shuffle, so maybe this is Experiment, then Experiment again, and then we are pretty likely to hit 6 at least. We also only have 6 in our deck now. Gotta also pay attention to that. It's tricky now, because you want to be really, really efficient here. Maybe just Throne Room. Well, it could also be Experiment. Next turn we buy like the next turn we can buy Experiment Courtyard. Don't know about Throne Room, if it's right or wrong. What's the best build here? I think you could calculate it pretty well, but a bit tough to do in game. Guardian or Courtyard. Guardian could help us hit a higher price point. Courtyard, if we wanna play it, then we'll have to throne the Experiment. Throning the Bridge also helps. Let's get the Courtyard, it's gonna help us later. Here we are just gonna play the Courtyard, I think. Top deck Throne Room. Okay, that's not too bad. We can Throne Experiment, buy another bridge here. because we also want 3 bridges in our deck. Yeah, and then I guess we only need 1 king's card. We can go throne king, 2 bridges, and then play the last as a single bridge, and then you can buy all provinces. Okay, nice. Here we play both bridges. It's gonna be the first king's card and experiments. Don't think we want any of these, do we? Nope. So what else do we need in our deck now? I think also just another throne and a bridge is enough to win. We line it up well and we just buy experiments so we can draw everything. And then we go throne, king's card. Then we can play 6 bridges, and then on the second throne play we can play bridge. Or alternatively we can throw in experiments and stuff. Okay, here we're gonna throw in the experiment. Well, alright, we will draw up the king's card. What do we want to top deck this bridge, I guess? So we have more money now. Yeah, now it's just king's card, bridge, and 2 sets of experiments, and then we should be able to win, I think. We can king's card the experiment here, right? Because if we then throw in king's card, we can play 6 bridges that way, and we play our last bridge singular, and then we win. Just need 7 bridges to empty all the provinces. Oh. Okay, nice. That was more or less a how do I wanna say it? Was a present that was given to us, this win. Just being first player on this board, and then also the draws we had. You can't lose that. Okay, so we need to win. We need to win this last one basically, and then we'll play another a tiebreaker match against an A Smith. If we don't, then no, well, I don't know if he's guaranteed to promote in that case. I think he is. Not sure. Anyway, we'll try our best to win this. How do we open here? There's Scrying pool. Would really like to get Ghost Chip and Old Witch and all this stuff, and also Counterfeit. So maybe we don't open Potion. Would really like to hit 5 a couple of times first. This would be a silver. He does go for the potion. I mean, what's the alternative? Double silver? What's the alternative? The thing is, there's like all the other stuff below 5 just sucks. And Hamlet and Pearl Diver, it's okay, but doesn't help you a lot. So I think I'm gonna go double silver and hit 5 first. And with this draw we should be able to. This is gonna be a Hamlet. And I think this is gonna be an Old Witch first. Could also be Counterfeit first. Maybe Counterfeit first to get the trashing going. Of course, well, both are gonna make it a bit more likely to hit 5 again. Let's go Old Witch first. Cause it cycles faster. Now let's get the Counterfeit. That Old Witch might like trigger a shuffle and then not have the Counterfeit in. He's got 2 Scrying pools already, which is good for him. Okay, so now Old Witch. And then also Ghost Ship. So the attacks are pretty brutal here. Oh, that's alright. It's 5 again. Could be Ghost Ship, could be second Counterfeit. Maybe second Counterfeit. I think here we are gonna buy a potion. We're gonna hit 4, right? And we do want some Scrying pools. Don't discard here. Not gonna help us. It's gonna be a potion. Our good stuff misses, which is a bit sad. Ghost Ship or another Old Witch. We haven't played it yet, right? Yeah, well, I did miss. I did miss this thing. So maybe a second Old Witch first. I don't know. We also want some Hamlets now for actions. Because they are running. This is 7, right? That's perfect. Hamlet and a Ghost Ship. This is not a nice draw. This will be Scrying pool Hamlet, I guess, because there's Counterfeit down there, right? Yep. So Scrying pool Hamlet. Okay, so we need to hope to find one of our draw cards here, because that's all of our Hamlets for this shuffle. So we'd like to make use of them. He's drawing pretty well. Well, I guess, I mean, he's got lots of Scrying pools already. I'm gonna discard this. Nice, there's the Old Witch. So there's Old Witch and Ghost Ship down there. It's not ideal, but what can you do? This is 6, 8. Scrying pool and 2 hamlets. I think here we are gonna play the ghost chip. We are a lot more trash than he is. This is a good thing, so next turn should be good, I would hope. Yeah, so this ghost chip, so we don't draw as much stuff dead, hopefully. Oh, that's perfect. This is 5, right? So just Hamlet Pearl Diver. Do we wanna discard for action? No, we don't need to yet. Play the Scrying pool, top deck that. Can top deck that. Now we wanna discard for action. And what do we want to discard? Just counterfeit. What's down there? I think another counterfeit. No, we drew one, like an estate or something. Let's play this Hamlet first. Yeah, estate. Discard that. Top deck that. Okay, nice. Top deck that. Discard here. Play the ghost chip. And we are gonna get around to the old witch. And now we need some payload. We're a bit short on money now. This is 6. Which could be Could be 8, could be gold scrying pool if we counterfeit one of the silvers. And then next turn we'll have 7, we could buy a bank. Also piles are getting really low now with curses, scrying pools, that's a consideration. Could also farmland something. Like farmland. Of course this could also be counterfeit silvers. Could be like, could go double treasure map, but doesn't sound great. So let's go for gold scrying pool, I think. We need to counterfeit a silver. That's a nice starting hand. Maybe we can even trash a curse if he places Old Witch here. So this is looking good. We just need to be aware of that pile out that could happen. How do we do this? We do need this hamlet. Well, I guess we can top deck the Pearl Diver and the Counterfeit. Would like to keep the curse in hand in case he plays his Old Witch. If he flips the Pearl Diver, that's okay. Oh, but his turn ends here, okay. So, discard for action here. Nice, we put that on top. Oh, he gets to trash a curse, I believe. Okay, top deck that. Play the Scrying pool, top deck that. Discard for action, play the Old Witch. Play the Ghost Ship. So, well, maybe we want to farmland this turn, like farmland a curse. Because then we threaten ending next turn if we counterfeit our potion. Play the Ghost Ship now. I think there's potion left here and something. We flipped one of our Scrying pools. I think we have 3. Should have as many as he does now. What's in our discard actually? You flip the Scrying pool, and there's also there should be like an estate in there, 2 estates. Right, 1 estate, 2 estate, 2 estates, and a curse. So I don't think we want to trigger that, even if that top decks a Scrying pool. It's not so great to start the turn with that much junk in hand. Not sure. So this is 7. And we can counterfeit a silver. Farmland, curse into Pearl Diver. And buy a Scrying pool. Well, I don't think he can empty Scrying pools. And also buy, well, he also, no, well, I think farmland is too cautious, we don't even need that. Could also just be another Old Witch, for example, like Old Witch, Scrying pool. So if we farm land, that basically removes the silver and it replaces the curse with a pearl diver. So it removes silver curse and puts farmland pearl diver in our deck. If we buy old witch, then that just puts an old witch into our deck, doesn't remove anything. So we'll have one fewer junk card with the farmland line, right? Let's do it. Counterfeit the silver. Scrying pool, farmland this thing into a pearl diver. And now we can end if we draw and find our potion. Oh, we trashed this curse. Oh, he discarded the counterfeit. I think he should have left it on top. Well, of course, that made it possible for him to find a scrying pool. 2 even. That's a bit ugly for us. But I think he should have left the counterfeit in the first place. It's not like guaranteed that he finds these scrying pools. So he needs to score now. Well, maybe not. He doesn't have good options left. Nice. Okay, so this should be a win. We need to find the counterfeit as well. And we are gonna find it. There it is. Right, counterfeit, gold potion, and we win. Okay, nice. So, well, guess we should have taken the tile earlier. Of course we couldn't have known that, but then we would be promoted now. Like this, it's also a really good result for us, because now we are tied with N.A. Smith for first place, and we'll have to play a tiebreaker match, I guess. So thank you. Don't know when that is gonna happen yet. We'll see. Thank you everybody for watching, listening, and see you next time. Goodbye.